and I literally Googled online sacred feminine teachers retreats in Glastonbury, and I found Chloe. And I really remember just seeing the website and just feeling this sort of resonance and this desire to connect. And when I joined the priestess path, I actually didn't quite understand what I was getting into, but I just knew, I just felt so drawn in. I've been, on this path of the sacred feminine way for many years, but I had not yet found a place that I really felt was home, like my soul's lineage, and a place that I felt like this is where I will be birthing myself and my own work. So I felt everything I had done up until that point prepared me, really for this encounter, which has been so deep. And every day, so I gave birth while I was on this path, and I feel that the rose really taught me how to open. It was my second birth, and that was the first very deep initiation that I had here, is in holding space for myself through that experience and having a very deeply healing birth and postpartum. And I have absolutely loved the hybrid model. This is the first time I've ever done something so deep and soulful that's mostly online. I'm very much an embodied person. I love the sensuality. I love the face to face. And I knew I would come to the pilgrimage because I just really wanted that experience of like actually walking on the land and being with women face to face. And I haven't always connected with Zoom. I even told Chloe before tonight, I feel sometimes that it's hard for me with the screen. Yet this, I feel like everything, the rose basically, I just feel has connected me with each woman that I've met on this path and with the teachings in such a deep way that it doesn't matter. It's almost, I've actually loved the fact that I've gotten to connect with so many women in different places in the world, and really feel the essence, the Mary Magdalene essence through each of us in her own very different language or country or culture. And as I'm sitting here tonight in my garden, I have a very busy life as a mom. I became a mom of two, and I was postpartum. And I just felt that these practices, though there's so much material and so many transmissions and practices, they've just completely woven together. And I just feel so held by the path. And so I come out here every night. And this is literally what I look forward to every day, is just the moment the kids are asleep and I come out and I light my candle and I do my practices out here and listen to the transmissions or do a call with Tiamat. It's just been incredibly nourishing, deep, and connected me so deeply with my power, my essence, my truth, my soul's work. And now that I went to the pilgrimage in Glastonbury in Avalon, and I saw Nellie's here too, who was with us, and Lucy, and Tiamat. And this was for me incredible to come with my family and just to be so welcomed and held, and to receive this very direct knowledge of who I am and what I'm here to do, and the life that I'm now integrating into how to bring that down to earth, into my body, into my daily life, into the place where I live, which is so different. So I feel so incredibly thankful to have just kind of listened to this call and to have found this path. And I feel I'm definitely going to be continuing. And the menarche was very, very special for me because I was pregnant at that time. I think it was right before I gave birth to my daughter. And so I could really feel the significance of that work that I'm doing, that healing that I'm doing for myself, my ancestors, and also for my daughter, Alma Rose, who I gave birth to in the Silver Rose Temple. I think it was the Silver Rose.
Because we met just the night before, didn't we? And you were a bit, you just wanted to know her name, and I was like, okay.
Yes.
I think the name that came was Anais or something like that, or Anna. And then she was Alma, and she was
Yeah.
born the next day, and it was like, wow. And
Wow.
little Rose blessing at Chalice Well on the pilgrimage this year with Danielle's beautiful partner and son. Nellie was also there with her exactly the same aged baby and toddler. So it was quite a different pilgrimage this year. But what came through for me, which was such a deep blessing, was family. It was family. And most women that come on the path are reconnecting with their womb on a deeper level. So there tends to be one person that has a baby, or has experienced something around the womb. So Alma was a real blessing in our group. I mean, really, meeting her. Oh my gosh. So then obviously it's an alive experience, as in all the teachings are there as this concise formula, but we create it. Like each woman in the group literally creates the aliveness of it, brings it alive. So Danielle was just really, it was exquisite to watch your journey and your healing, and continue to and blown away by the group this year. And also, it's not attainable for everybody, but the pilgrimage is there as a way to really deepen into what you've experienced, because it's vast, profound, and very simple, all in one go. It just wants you to love yourself. These teachings are so ancient that they resonate. They don't stimulate, or they go past the mental. Of course, the mind, the personality, all those parts of us will come in and dance a little bit here and there. But if you can't make the Avalon pilgrimage, obviously the embodiment is a process that you'll go through. There's a lady, Lauren, who's in the last year's path. She's going to Egypt. So there's different ways to do it on your own or guided by myself. But yeah, and would you like to add anything else, Danielle?
Yeah, I'll just say that it seemed to me so impossible to make it to the pilgrimage with our two little ones and my family, and coming from so far away. And I'm so thankful that we did. And you really helped me with that, Chloe, is just a trust that's been a big part of my healing in this process, is really connecting what I know, like my intention, my desire to be in Glastonbury, with what I'm actually doing in my life, to really embody the life that I want to be living, and really take the physical steps, even when they're very scary. Like flying out there with my family, not knowing how my partner will manage. And it's been a really big part of this path for me, is a very deep embodiment of what I feel I've received and am receiving from the Rose path. And learning how to integrate that in the most kind of daily way as a mother, and in the work that I'm here to do. So that's a real gift for me. And I'm so glad that I came, because to be in Avalon was a very powerful remembrance, and really brought me back to myself. And I feel like now, just as Tiamat told me 6 months ago would happen, I'm still drinking from that cup. Like it's really alive in me. It really gave me this deep gift. And I will be back.
I will be back. And maybe you'll be back and be with these women, like Tiamat's been for you. And what a gift, really a gift. This is what I believe the school is about. It's about this how do we go through something and then gift that back, and actually have then a co-creative relationship. Tiamat works really beautifully, and will be introduced to you when you're beginning the program. She channels incredibly, and as Danielle just said, she will fill up your cup that will stay alive for as long as you need. And so Tiamat's got her very unique self-expression and work, and will be around. And as I said, a few other, and then if Danielle, for example, continues into the mastery program will be there, and she'll go then through the process that Tiamat went through. So there's this kind of continual circle. It's not a hierarchy, it's a circle of light, of love. It's the way of love. It's how Mary Magdalene teaches. And this is what's amazing, is that now, that configuration, we can actually experience that. You know, I've had many transmissions or downloads or visions with Mary Magdalene, how she transmitted and carried the Sophia Mystery School with Yeshua through the lands of France and Egypt and Israel and Avalon, was in this extremely feminine and powerful way. And it's something that I could describe, but if you can feel it and live it, it's that next level. So really we're at a time now of going deeper into who we are and getting a balance with the intellectual and the physical and the spiritual and the soul. So it's all happens very organically. You don't have to do anything. This is one of my the teachings that I learnt and loved. And I remember doing a breatharian process. I worked with an amazing breatharian couple many years ago. I was younger. My son was maybe a few years old. And he used to always say at the beginning of a transmission, there's nothing that you need to do. Everything is whole, perfect. Just be who you are. So the essence of Mary Magdalene is really a beautiful power of love that's within you. And she's really guiding women at this time, and smaller groups of women actually into a more personal, intimate love of yourself. And so this is a self-discovery, it's an exploration, as I said, but it's a meeting of thyself and an acknowledging of who you are, so that you can then really let go, relax, be who you are. So, does anyone got any questions? You, Danielle.